slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go now. 10-2 start. Hey, Charlie. 2.
On 1st and 10. Herbert. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Fournette, a first down carry. The tackle there by George Odom.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ready.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
2nd and 9 now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 15-yard line.
Let's go. 18 data.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 15, check 15.
2nd and 10. And finding the tight end, Wilson. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. Hines. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check mark 33. Check mark 33. Check 33. 33. I'm on.
He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch it.
Big grip.
Fournette takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Down. 60 or.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. Hey, Mike 50.
Hey.
Back. Kill.
Rock it. Fire.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
Let's bring it.
Bravo.
15. Drop deep.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Patrick. Check 50 now. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Go. Staying open.
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Hines, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Alert 3. Check 4. Go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, Mike's 50. I got you.
They're going to look to throw. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They run the draw play with Mack, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Anthony Walker able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So they'll start on the ground with Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And 10 at the 32-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 9. Check 9. SOS. 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 Mike 50. You don't want to go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go. 15. Check my 15.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also moved the sticks.
Let's go now. Go to base. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
He's checking credit. Check 3. Check 3.
He'll drop to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. On third down, Hines, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Now, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, lock it.
2nd and 6. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go now. 18, Gator.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Ready.
On 3rd and 2. Herbert, that's out to his running back, Fournette. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And the Jaguars first down. 117.
Off the play fake, Herbert. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Snap.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They begin the drive with Hines, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
No. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Out, over.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Colts.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
On play action, they'll throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming up. after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 55 to mine.
They'll drop the throw. Wilson's got it complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Go. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
They'll set up to throw. And finding the tight end, Wilson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Let's get it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, it's Hines. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
64, wait. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very front. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ja'Kai Polite able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On 4th down, Herbert completes it to Lee. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You ain't doing nothing today.
This is Hines. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D.
They run again with Hines. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Get it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They run with Hines. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Go, go.
58's the mark.
Off play action. Herbert. He'll buy some time right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Darius Leonard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To throw on second down. Herbert. It's complete to Chris Conley. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Herbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Go out. Watch the shit.
On 4th down. Herbert. And it's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A pass complete here to Conley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
2nd and 3. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Justin Houston in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Off the play fake. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here we go. 6 yards. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
And they take a knee.